Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Insecure review, fresh like, with Miss Mocha Angel.
Say hey, y'all.
Hey, yeah, we're late today, but you know what? We got families. Anyway, right? That happens. Anyway, right? Alright, so, you know what? I'll start it off.
Go ahead.
I'll start it off. Miss Mocha Angel is like, Rom, I'm tired, bro. You don't got no alcohol over here. It's like she don't drink.
No, I don't drink, y'all.
She don't
Stop
drink.
Playing.
She don't have any organic juice over here. So anyway, right? Check it out. So we start. Issa's doing in the mirror, having a dialogue with Mirror Bitch, right?
Right.
Then there's a knock on the door. She goes and tells Mirror Bitch to stay there, and the image stays there. And Mirror Bitch is like, "Where am I going to go?" Anyway, I was like, "Oh man." So it was Daniel at the door, and he's bringing stuff to her place, and you can kind of tell this is like this is it. This is like, goodbye, it's been good and everything. Mm-hmm. And then, they give each other a hug. And then as Daniel is going out, he runs into Molly. And, Molly, Molly never liked him. Any ladies listening, y'all got that girlfriend, told you to leave that thug alone. Mm-hmm. Told you to leave. They said, girl, he's bad for you. Mm-hmm. So Molly, they've been telling him that, so she closes the door. I mean, she's like, bye, Daniel. It's like, man.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
I thought it was perfect. That's exactly what would have happened in real life.
Okay. Well, one thing about that, though, when you look at their relationship, despite like the Daniel fans online, it was just sexual.
Yes.
What did they do beyond sex?
Nothing.
It's sexual tension. I mean, what kind of building did they do it together? It's like when you put them in a position where they should actually have been in a relationship, they really weren't. Mm-hmm. So it was a fresh start, though. It was a fresh start because especially when Molly was going through Issa's stuff, and it's like, you gotta throw this out, you gotta throw it. She had Zayn.
Oh my God.
Zayn. I better not say anything. One of her fans might hear it. I ain't gonna give my comment on her. So
keep going.
Yeah, so she was cleaning out stuff and everything, which is an important thing. So I thought that was good. I mean, what do you think about all of that?
Well, she was keeping a lot of old stuff, and Molly had a really good point to say, this is something new, you need to let go of all this stuff, which I totally get. I totally agree with. I decluttered my whole place as of recently, so I get that. Fresh start, new start, do that.
And and that's an important thing for women to do, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Throw all that stuff out.
Yes, your house is your energy. That's the energy you're putting out into the world. If it's old, you don't use it. If you're never going to look at it again, don't do that whole like, well, I might need this one day. Or Tyler Perry might make a movie out of the same book and I might make $1 million from this book one day. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Just throw it away or give it away or whatever.
And I thought that was important. And I just kind of saw something different there. Because it's like, boom, you getting rid of all this stuff. But that was disturbed by Trina. We finally get to see Trina. And I know she wasn't. A lot of people might not talk about her. But I'm like, damn, she just looked like drama.
Yeah, she does.
She just looked like it. Talking about squirrels in her wall and stuff. It was just like, man, this is going to be a mess. And we'll get into the little kid later.
Right.
We'll get into the little kid. So, all right. So, wow, where we go from there?
Well, I just wanted to say what I wrote was the next scene that followed Molly telling Issa to throw away all her old stuff. Molly was back at her place with her dog, and her dog wanted to sleep on the bed with her. They were making the point that she was going to bed alone. But my whole thing was, my girl had on fake eyelashes. And, if you're a woman who goes to bed with fake eyelashes on, please tell me. Because I just did not get that. I was like, why? Who does that? Mm-hmm. That was it.
And Molly, that was interesting because then, next day or so at the law firm, we got to see the alpha dude, Torian. Mm-hmm. And, Molly, for a superstar, she was just out of place.
Right.
And then, later she was at her therapist. And it's interesting at her therapist because she brought up Dro. And her therapist like, who's Dro?
Right. She brought him up by accident.
Yeah, so, that's an interesting thing. And, it's interesting with that kind of character represents. There's many sisters out there got high powered jobs, but they need a therapist. I mean, it's almost getting to the point where you actually need to write that character in, because invariably some character will need a therapist.
Yes.
So that was interesting, but that's kind of getting Molly out the way. Wait, we got more?
No, because I want to follow through with Molly to the end.
Oh, bet. Okay, I'm gonna let her do that.
So
I'm gonna because it was like I'm trying to skip ahead to skinny dipping and all of that.
Oh, that shit was crazy. Okay, so here's my thing. So the therapist tells her, "Why do you always have to be a star?" Okay, but in Molly's eyes, she's like, "Why do I have to start all over again?" Okay, so her therapist tells her, "Why don't you be helpful? Why don't you help the other attorneys?" So she does that. She actually suggests, "Hey, I'll help you out, no problem." But when the sisters came to her and said, "Hey, can you help us out tonight?" She's like, "Nah, I got plans." And they're like, "Oh, sorry." And then she walks over to the Morehouse dude's cubicle. And I'm like, wait.
Well, he got an office, girl.
Okay.
He's a star.
I'm so sorry. He has an office.
Yeah,
y'all.
He's from Morehouse.
Yeah, well,
that
okay.
brother, he's the man.
Which is good. Morehouse is awesome. So when she walked over there, so I had dual questions. I'm like, hold up. First of all, are you just trying to attach yourself, to this star's ride? Or are you trying to give him some?
I don't know, because Rom saw that she had a blue dress and a bud dome. That's for all the loafer brothers out there. You know what loafer is?
No.
Lovers of fat asses.
Oh, no. I didn't know that.
You know now.
Okay.
I'm not going to make another comment.
Don't even say it.
You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're about to say. Don't even say it. So anyway,
okay.
So back to Molly. So, the sisters were like giving her a look like, oh, snap. Oh, it's like that. Yes, it is like that. And I'm like, girl, stop. So Molly needs some humility. That's my take on Molly.
All right. So Issa.
Yes,
first
Issa.
We see Issa on her job. You like that job stuff. I'll let you talk about it.
Okay, long story short, like I said last week, she wants another job. She really wants to be doing music education. It's very clear that that's where her passion lies. And so basically she goes to get lunch and she doesn't come back to lunch. She's like, I'm sick. I don't feel good. Yeah, we've all done that before. Okay, but it actually worked this time. And so, why doesn't she want to go back to work, Rom? Who did she run into?
She ran into the light-eyed guy from the party lift.
Pretty Ricky, a.k.a. Nathan.
Yeah, well, Pretty Nate, but she kept wanting to call him something else. But, yeah, because dude was there. He made her drop her taco and everything. So, he's like, hey, party lift. Made her drop her taco, and then he ordered a taco. And apparently it's like one of those places in real life. It takes like hours.
Which is crazy to make a taco, but okay.
Yeah, wait, hey, that dude put some love into it.
Right.
And it's the ambiance, and if people stupid enough to wait that long for some food. Hey,
okay.
I ain't hating this hustle. Get yours, bro. But... so, what they decide, basically going to walk into her ballet.
Yes.
And they did a lot of walking. I was like... Oh.
Yes, she showed him Black LA is what she did. And in the meantime, as soon as he calls LA people flaky, Issa gets a text from her brother who's at the airport going, yo, ain't you supposed to be picking me up right now? I was like, girl, bitch, please stop it. Stop being flaky. Go ahead, Ron.
Well, no, that's the thing. But it was interesting they walked around because, there's some funny stuff in there because they walked through this one neighborhood. He was asking about training day and he got in the middle of the street. He said, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. And some woman threw something out.
Right.
But then, what I like, though, for the first time in 3 seasons, we get a better idea about Issa's background. Because I always questioned that.
Me too.
We never, I was like, well, what's up? Is she a hood girl that did well?
Right.
Or is she bougie? Apparently she's bougie trying to be hood.
Yes, she's bougie trying to be hood. Yes.
Yeah, so, they go to Baldwin Hills and they show where she grew up at.
Right.
And then we find out her parents are divorced. And I thought that was an interesting thing because that could explain a lot about how her relationships are going.
Yes, I agree.
Her parents went through divorce at 16. That's like a vulnerable age and everything. So, you know, that was interesting. That was an interesting insight. That was a very, and then, you know, of course, she mentioned that there was a pool in the back. So it was like, dude, you know, let's see the pool. And they get back there, and the whole time they had been, wait a minute, we skipped over something.
What did we skip over?
She asked, no, they were playing Truth and Dare.
Yes.
And he wanted to know her last relationship. She told him.
She told him the truth.
Yeah, he been with a guy 5 years, cheated on him.
Yes, I was shocked.
I was like,
yes.
Wow. Well, there's something about that overall thing I'll bring up after we go through their little story thing.
Okay.
Right? Saying, you know, so they in the swimming, well, they in the back there, and they're still
skinny dipping.
Yeah, I mean, dude stripped down. I was trying to look at her face, see if she give a look when, you know, they show, you know, the eggplant. Right. But she kept it cool somewhat. And then he jumped in and then dared her to, and she jumped in. So they butt naked in a pool and everything, just chilling. Right. Right. And it really, if you seeing the whole scene, that kind of made sense, believe it or not, as I'll get into in a second. Okay. But, you know, of course, the white owners, and that's a nod to the gentrification thing, or like we call them the police. Right. They got it out of there quick, because usually someplace like that, the cops come quick. But, you know, they, you know, got out, and then it was like, oh, well, you want to come home with me? Because, well, they had to get the tacos and then come home. It's like, wow. So they in there chilling, and, you know, eventually start kissing. He was like, damn, Issa, you just met the brother. Yes. Well, just the second time. Yes. We shouldn't count the party left. Yes. But, of course, they get a knock on the door. She's still the property manager, and some little kid. It was like, what did he say? That was funny.
I forgot what he said.
That was funny as hell. He was like, you know, y'all changed the locks on my mom or something.
Yeah, it was something silly, but he was funny.
Yeah, and then, you know, he went back in, and she said he had to go. And that kid was still standing there when Negro was coming out. Right. He was like... Right. She said, my mama told me I had to leave until you come. and you know, that was an interesting thing on 2 levels, right? And that was interesting on 2 levels. One, he got her open quick.
Very quick.
I mean, she telling the truth, all that. She ain't holding anything back. You know, for those of y'all who like the game out there, I was like, wow. If you look good, women open up quick.
Light eyes, nice body.
Yeah, so it was, I mean, she opened up quick for him. But there's actually a deeper aspect to that, though. Okay, what is it? There's a deeper aspect, right? And this is for more, you know, as people know about my Deep Thought channel, I get more deeper into the spirituality and the metaphysics. He's actually what she needed at that moment. Oh, okay. Because remember, he had told her about his story from, you know, being in Houston and, you know, getting flooded out. He just decided to come to LA. Right, okay. So the thing was, she wanted to start fresh, but then she's still on that job. In fact, back at the job, Frida had got her back into the field. Correct. And that's why they were supposed to meet. Yes. But then it was like he kind of opened her up and probably gave her the energy to finally leave that job, because she went back to work the next day. It was like, I quit. Yep, that's exactly what happened. So it's like, yeah, you could, on one hand, you could say, yeah, she messing up. She about to sleep with some dude she just met again. Right? Or you could say this is what needed. Like, if they don't show him anymore, he did what he was supposed to do. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah. Now, they'll probably bring him back. But he did what he was supposed to do. She needed that little extra thing. And that's how it is in life. Sometimes you meet somebody, they're for a season. They're for a moment. Yes. Right? So I kind of like how they did that. So it's like you could take that either way, but whatever the case, it gave her the energy to go forward. I mean, what did you see in it?
Wow. Okay, so Ron went deep. I didn't see it like that, but as you're saying it, I totally agree. Okay, at the time, I was like, Issa, you too old for this shit. That's what I was thinking. And I'm like, you telling a perfect stranger all your business. But as you say it, he was the person she needed in that moment to give her that push so she could quit her job. Yeah, she don't, I mean, really, like, for those of y'all want to take it deep, she don't need to do anything else with him. That was his sole purpose. That's true. That was his sole purpose. He might not need to see her again, right?
But this insecure, you know, something's going to happen, and then we're going to find out he's really on the run from the cops or something like that.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know,
like, yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's one level, but yeah, this the same dude beating somebody up in the backseat of a car.
Well, yeah. Well,
he was actually getting in there with that big dude.
Yeah, he was. It wasn't all his fault. He was defending the ladies.
Yeah, you know, I told you, pretty boys are dangerous. I don't fuck with them.
Okay.
I don't fuck. I go in the ring with Tyson first.
Okay.
Seriously.
That's you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I go. Hey, shit. This pretty boy's crazy. Anyway, right? But that was the deep thing. But the main thing I got from the episode, and that somebody watching it can get, is she needed to start fresh.
Yeah, she did.
Daniel, I mean, her and Lawrence were, kind of on two different places. Yeah, it's not to say like somewhere down the road they don't run into each other, but at that moment they need to be together at that moment, right? And then Daniel, I mean, that was an itch.
Yes. From
the get-go, that was an itch. She wasn't even really serious about him. It's like she scratched the itch and only moved with him because she didn't really have any real options.
Yes. Okay.
So it's like, it wasn't good for either one of them.
Right.
Because Daniel obviously had stronger feelings for her than she had for him.
Right.
So, it's, and she needed to throw out stuff. God, I can't. Okay, I'm not going to talk trash about that person.
No, don't go there. No.
Yeah, Miss Mocha Angel know why I could talk some trash too, but we'll leave it at that. Anyway, right? She's face palming herself right now.
Oh my God.
she
moving on.
Yeah, but and I thought you know what? I think I actually liked that episode. It wasn't as funny as maybe a few of the earlier ones, but for the first time, really in 2.5 seasons,
yeah,
I was like, damn, she actually did something halfway smart.
Finally,
she actually made a move. She actually, she stopped being a dumb bitch.
Yes, and honestly, that was the growth I was looking for. That's what I said in my very first reviews. Like, show me some growth. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm not still feeling the property manager thing because I still think it's there for comedy relief. Mm-hmm. But she finally quit her job. Thank God. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm down.
All right. So yeah, definitely check it out. Y'all know, chop it up in the comments and everything. You have anything else to add, Miss Mocha?
Nope, I'm good. You hit a really deep moment there, and I appreciate that. That was cool.
All right, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. And Miss Mocha Angel really did facepalm, but that's herself because of what I was about to say.
Twice. He was about to say something he didn't need to say.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Anyway, so that's it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Yeah. And I'm gonna have to bless Miss Mocha Angel again.
Okay.
And she ain't gonna argue. She's not gonna argue. Food, she good. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway.
You can just give me some juice.
Some juice?
That organic juice.
Oh, I got you, girl.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, that's it. And we'll talk to y'all later.